I think the one thing we established kind of in the preseason before practice started was just the work ethic and working real hard and knowing what our goals are and being focused on those and really competing hard as well. And I think we accomplished that in our preseason. And this time of year we start off, it's about fundamentals and making sure we're doing the little things correctly and then building on those each day. And I think one of the most important things is making sure practice by practice, we're getting better each day, and this is a competitive group that works real hard, and now we've got to make sure that the fundamentals are falling in place and that we're getting better each day. Yeah, we've really taken the approach this year. This is a new team, new year. I'm sure with many of them it sits in their mind, and I want it to, but really, I think a very different team than we've had on the floor the last 2 or 3 years, and not a team that's going to live in the past either. So we're really focused on this year, this group, and what we want to accomplish with them. I think they're ready to prove themselves. I think a lot of people have kind of sat back, and we had Erica for 4 years, and Courtney Dentler for 4 years, and Kristen Dalton for 5 years in the program, and a lot of kids played behind them. And I think a lot of players in our program now are excited for the opportunity that's in front of them to step up as players, to step up as leaders. So, a very highly competitive group, because there is a lot of competition for open spots this year, probably as competitive as it's ever been for our program. And I think that's been a motivating factor. And I think a group that's ready to put their own identity on the program. The program was kind of about that senior class for 2 or 3 years, and this is a group that's got a lot to prove. I mean, honestly, we want to challenge our kids as much as possible. I think, where our league's gotten to, the level that our league's gotten to is it's highly competitive, and I think the more you challenge kids out of conference, the better prepared they're going to be for a challenging conference play. So our philosophy has always been play up in your non-conference schedule, and we've got some teams that will do that for us, and I think that's great. That we're not as honestly concerned about wins and losses as we are about playing good competition, making sure we get better game by game, and ultimately with the idea that we want to be prepared when conference play starts in January. Seems like it's the way it's been happening the last 2 or 3 years. Not too many people want to come to Stabler and play us here, unfortunately, especially at the beginning of the year. And it's actually worked out okay for us academically, because we start playing home games when probably the hardest part of our academic schedule for our kids leading up into finals. So there's been a little bit of strategy involved, more so that teams have been a little reluctant early in the season to want to play us at home, so we've been somewhat forced to go on the road and play. My husband and I both love being here, love coaching here, and a big part of that is the people that are here. Not only coaches and administrators, but the student athletes that we get to work with. I mean, I think just exceptional kids, come from great families, great backgrounds. I think are really unique in terms of what you get to work with, in terms of highly motivated students, highly motivated athletes, and highly motivated people who want to do a lot of different things in their lives. And I feel really honestly blessed just to be around them every day. I think probably one of the biggest growth points for our league has been the advocate of scholarships and getting scholarships. I don't know how many years ago that was now, 9, 10 years ago, but I think that really advanced the programs in the league, made the league more competitive across the board, brought a lot more parity to the league in terms of teams, 1 through 8, and how we're competing. I think you see that in our RPI rating as a team as well. We've gotten better year by year with scholarship kids in the program, and I think that hopefully will continue to advance as well.